Yo, what's good? Welcome to the unnamed podcast that we got here. So let's get right into it. You feel me?
What are we going to name this podcast?
What are we going to name this podcast?
Okay, I was in the car. I had a few ideas.
What were your ideas? I didn't have any.
The GodCast.
Wait, that's actually really... I like that. That's actually really, really good.
Is someone going to match my Philippians?
Is somebody going to match your what?
My
Philippians? I don't like that one. That song makes me very uncomfortable, but I know you love it, so I'll consider it. I like the GodCast.
Someone from high school, Josh, my friend Josh, he made his podcast What the Philippians.
What the Philippians? See, but then I feel like we would be restricted to talking about Philippians, you know?
Yeah.
The GodCast is tough though.
The GodCast, it's kind of tough, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't really have any ideas. I could see naming it something similar to what we currently have the channel name as, you know. But we have it as Jesus Saved Me For Real, you know. But maybe like the Jesus Saves podcast or that doesn't sound as good as
Mishmallah.
Yeah. I think GodCast is actually like the greatest name that I've heard for a podcast.
Yeah, I've been saying it to people once they start because I know a few people who've started Christian podcasts, and each time I'm like, call it the GodCast, and they're like, they don't do it.
So if nobody else has took it yet, then like we're free to.
I think that's good.
Is that the move?
The GodCast.
Yeah, we're the GodCasters. Yeah. Hold up, let me cook. Yeah. All right. What do we call the audience? The GodCastians?
The brothers.
Yeah, the brothers and sisters. That's what you guys are, hopefully.
Well, if you read the NIV, it's the brothers and sisters. The ESV is just brothers.
Oh yeah, but we're inclusive, all inclusive.
We're inclusive.
Now I think it should be the GodCastians. You know, like when they turn into like Philippi, they turn into the Philippians. You know, the IAN. Corinthians. So now they're the GodCastians. That's you guys, the GodCastians. Yeah. GodCast. That's so good. And we'll talk about like the, you know, like forecasting, like weather stuff. You know, now we're talking about the GodCast. Like
when you walk past like a group of people that are your age and you look at the weather. Now you guys don't need to look at the weather anymore.
Yeah. I just be typing like paragraphs into notes about how lonely I am.
That's weird.
I'm just joking. I would never do such a thing. You feel me? Yeah. Okay, so we're the GodCast. That's tough. So
we're the GodCast. They're the GodCastians.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, yeah.
The GodCasters. Yeah, the GodCasting is better. Okay, I want this to kind of be like a forecast. You know, talking about the forecast for weather, but about God. You know, God news. You know, we could be talking about end times and politics.
Politics.
We're not doing that. We're not talking about politics, but there's a lot to speak about. Mm-hmm. I want to get into it. You felt recently graduated, man.
I did recently graduate 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And now I'm in college.
How is that so far? You've been there for a week, right?
Yeah, I had my first week just this week, and so I'm taking my normal English, math. And then like public speaking, which is part of general ed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for fun, I'm taking rock history, rock history class, like rock music history. Cool. Yeah, and it's cool, and the class is great. And I'm listening to like jazz and stuff from the 20s right now. But there's this kid in my class named Triangle.
Wait. Wait, what?
His name is Triangle. Borrows.
Triangle Borrows. Is he like your friend now?
No.
You need to become friends with him. Triangle Borrows.
Yeah. No, okay, he walked into class on the first day wearing basketball shorts. Like, no, they're not. They were like running shorts, like the short running shorts, and a gaming headset.
Yeah, don't become friends with him. Yeah. Wait, is his head shaped like a triangle?
His nose is. He has a pretty big nose.
Oh.
And it's like a Phineas and Ferb nose, where it's like.
Yeah. Triangle, huh? Yeah. What's your favorite class? The rock one?
Yeah, definitely. It's because I knew he was chill when he told us one of the required course materials was Spotify Premium.
Wait, that's actually
isn't that dope?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you listen to music like during class, or does he send you home with music to listen to?
Yeah, we had like a trivia. We did like a trivia on the first day where we listened to like just random songs and guess like the artists and stuff. And I was the only one who guessed the Les Paul song.
Impressive. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Robert, you're a junior now. You're an upperclassman.
Yeah, slightly. Get to go to prom this year. Yeah, it feels like really weird, you know. Just like being part of the older like age group of everybody. Mm-hmm. Because like I remember I used to look up and be like, man, going to prom is for like the old people. They're like well developed. They all can drive. They have jobs, and then like now I'm a junior, right? I can drive, have a job, like.
And
I can go to prom.
Them.
Yeah. It's like surreal, you know? Like, it's like, where did it come from? I'm just older now. I've heard that senior year is even worse because you're, like, entering life, you know? People are turning 18, taxes.
I liked senior year.
Did you?
Yeah. Junior year is just like your last year as, like, a kid, you know?
And then you become, like, next age over.
Yeah.
How was, like, did you have, like, a full graduation ceremony? How was that? Like, I saw the Benicia one.
Like graduating?
Yeah, like just like going through that when you were
cool.
there.
It was it was like it didn't really feel surreal. I thought it would feel surreal, but it didn't. It was just like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be right now, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. The surreal part is like now school is going on at like my old high school and
you're not there?
I'm not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Henry, he's all alone.
Yeah.
You guys will meet Henry in the next few weeks, probably. Hopefully. He's
most
awesome.
likely.
Yeah. Have you met any friends or people that you think that you'll become friends with this first week, or do you either have like any people from the Church Valley that are in any of your classes or that you've been like talking to? Have you been around them?
Well, Noah, you guys will meet Noah probably too.
Noah Smith goes to DVC?
Yeah, Noah.
Oh.
I have the rock class with him. I have math with this kid named Gerald who went to my school.
Gerald?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's called Math for Liberal Arts. And it's what you would expect at Math for Liberal Arts. It's like 80% goth people and then Gerald Sanchez.
Gerald Sanchez, name drop. Guys, find his house, figure out where he lives. Yeah. Write it in the comments. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it. You enjoying college so far?
It's cool. Yeah.
Is it?
It is.
I'm not excited for it.
You're not?
It's like I'm going through school, right? Having to push like 12 years through it, right? School. Once I graduate, I'm done with school. And then a few months later, it's like, oh, then that I'm going back.
Yeah.
For 4 to 8 years.
Are you going straight to a 4-year?
Nah. I'm probably going to go into trade school and probably get like an apprenticeship for some sort of something, you know, kind of along the lines of like I think it's called blue collar jobs. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just like an electrician, plumber.
That's smart.
Something like that. Yeah. So rock music. What's like the most like wild thing that he's played so far?
Most wild?
Yeah, like kind of like crazy. Has he played anything crazy?
Okay, he played. Okay, so you know how, or I don't know if this is how it is at public school. But I went to a Christian private school, and they're very strict with like content. Like you have to sign like a waiver to watch like PG-13 movies.
That's really bad.
Yeah, and so I was used to like them bleeping out like bad words if we're listening to a song, and
it doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't happen, and we're listening to a rap song where he said the N-word, and he didn't bleep it, and I was like, oh, Oh yeah, I'm not at
I'm not at a Christian high school
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah. At the this will show the difference. At the public school, there's this new teacher named, I think, Miss Jefferson. It's a history teacher. I don't have her myself, but I've heard about her from friends. And she just asked for like song requests from all the kids in her class. But she doesn't like get any clean versions of songs, and she'll put on whatever, you know. And so she's like, he describes her as like a very like ghetto, like a super ghetto history teacher. And so she's playing some like crazy music just while giving them essays, and like it's like such a crazy teaching style, playing like heavy rap with a bunch of like bad words at a public high school while giving essays.
That's kind of crazy.
It's just a bit, it's weird.
Yeah. At my school, once we got to senior year, they were more chill about it. You still had to sign the waiver because it was a school policy thing. Yeah. But like this one kid in my class did his senior thesis on To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I thought about writing an essay for fun, just about how like LeBron James is not the GOAT, you know? Because somebody in my Spanish class was talking to me, talking about how LeBron is all this, all that. I'm like he's good. He's like the most well-rounded player, I'll say. But there's people better than him at everything he can do, you know?
Yeah.
I will say though, he's pretty tough at bowling. I saw a video.
Bowling?
Yeah, I saw a video earlier today, and like some dude named CP3, might be even Chris Paul, I'm not sure, but somebody named CP3 put on a bowling competition, right? He hosted a competition, and LeBron went and beat the host of the bowling competition. He bowled like I think it was like a 180, which is like pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good.
I remember my first time bowling, I bowled like a 40, which was really bad, and then I bowled I think like a 70, and then the third game that we played, I bowled like a 110. So, but I doubt if I went back bowling, I'd do anything close to that. But in my like 3 games, I like learned how to bowl, which was pretty fun.
Yeah. Did you just go bowling for the first time?
Yeah, it was like maybe like 4 months ago. Yeah, I've never like gone bowling before. It's just not normal. So yesterday, all right, there was this movie that I went to see.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, you already heard a little bit about it previously, or beforehand, but I watched the new Alien Romulus, I think is what it was called. It's my first ever rated R movie that I got to see. You know, shout out to my parents for letting me see Alien Romulus. That's tough.
Which, by the way, I want to say, we all invited him to see Deadpool with us, and he said no. And then he calls me and told me he saw Alien. Actually,
my parents said no.
Yeah.
So unshout out to my parents for not letting me watch Deadpool. But I understand it, you know, they make good calls well enough, you know. But Alien Romulus was the most like nastiest movie that I've seen. But it was like, apart from that, it was like good, you know. All the jump scares just got me just over and over again. You know, like you expected it, right? There'd be like dead silence, and she's walking through like a super dark area with red lights flashing. You know, it's silent. And then like you're like, there's a jump scare coming, because like obviously there's a jump scare coming. But then like it comes exactly when you expect it to, but it's still scary. I don't know how they did it. You know, I was watching the Quiet Place movies, right? And I expected all the jump scares, and none of them got me, right? I was just like, yeah. The whole movie was basically quiet too, so it's like, you know, they're supposed to be scary, but none of the Quiet Place, like from any of the 3 of them, none of them really got me. But every single jump scare in this movie, all of them got me, like badly. Like I was sitting in the thing, like all like reclined, you know, like leaned back with my legs out, and my whole body just like seized, and I just tensed, and it was I felt so like embarrassed because I was sitting with 2 people, I was in the middle, and only the guy on my left would flinch, and then the dude on my right was not flinching at all, and so I was just like, it's just bad, you know. They had really really good jump scares in that movie.
That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
And the movie was good?
Yeah, it was good. I'd give it a good like maybe like an 8.7 out of 10, you know. Like it was pretty high up, you know. I will say that with spoiler, if you don't want to hear about spoilers for the movie, just like skip past like 20 seconds. Mark Zuckerberg, this really this really tall, white, nasty looking alien that like mixed with like a baby. It was disgusting. And it ate its own mother and a bunch of icky stuff. Yeah, that it was. Yeah, I don't like Mark Zuckerberg in that movie, but I guess we have an origin for him now, which is cool.
Yeah. He's a real life lizard person. He really is a hybrid, half lizard, half man.
Aliens, huh?
Half alien, half whatever.
My grandpa used to I think my grandpa believes in aliens, and he always like watched like lore videos about them, and he he got me convinced when I was a little kid that aliens were real, and he showed me like video evidence of like lizard people and how they like can transform to look like humans and stuff. So like for all I know, you could be a lizard person.
You what?
You could be a lizard person.
I am. No, I think you're a lizard person. Me and Noah have talked about this.
Why am
you're
I
a lizard person? Definitely. Look into the camera. Guys, tell me that's not a lizard person. Okay.
My bad. I was showing them my double wink.
Luca
does? Yeah.
Guys, Robert does weird things with his eyes.
Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. I'm not a lizard person, guys. Not at all. If I was a lizard person, I would not transform to look like humans.
Yeah, that's
humans
true.
Are gross.
What would you transform to look like?
Michael B. Jordan.
that's a human.
No, but he's like a good one, you know. Michael B. Jordan.
I would transform to look like,
dude,
a veggie burger.
A transformer would be tough.
Oh yeah.
Like we keep saying transform, but like if I could transform into anything, I would 100% become a transformer.
Yeah. Because you can be a car too.
We were asking this question like, if you could transform into anything as a transformer, right? Like you were like, what vehicle or like what would you be to transform into a transformer? You know, like what would you be?
Oh, you're asking.
Yeah.
Like a 1999 Mitsubishi minicab.
You would be like a car. I was thinking I would be like some sort of like lawnmower or something.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I'd be like one of the drivable ones that are like really big. You know,
yeah,
it's basically like a little bus,
like one of the tractor kind of ones.
Yeah, it's like like the short bus, you know.
Yeah,
the special bus, but it's like I would be like a big lawnmower, and I would transform into this like massive green like farming transformer.
That's great.
Yeah, but
I'm sure there probably is a transformer that is that.
Dude, have you seen about that new Transformer movie?
No, I haven't.
I've seen trailers for it, and it's basically like their origins, but it's like a cartoon.
Oh, yeah, the cartoon, and then they cuss in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks goofy.
It does look goofy.
You know what does look good? Like a new movie that looks good?
What?
It's it's the Will Ferrell one. The Lego Will Ferrell movie.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he's making like a movie about himself, but it's like a Lego movie. And he has he's releasing new songs for the movie. You know how Will Ferrell always does like the Despicable Me soundtracks?
Yeah.
You know, and he makes like those songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's making like a Lego movie about himself.
Wait. Will Ferrell made those?
Like the Despicable Me songs?
Yeah.
Most of them.
It's not Pharrell? Pharrell Williams?
It might be the same person.
Wait. We need to look this.
Oh, it is. It might be the same dude. Not gonna lie. No, he's the same guy. Yeah, it's the same dude.
Wait, it's not just the Lego movie with Will Ferrell? Yeah, that's Pharrell.
No, this is Will Ferrell.
What? Wait, show me the song.
No, it says Double Life by Pharrell Williams.
Yeah, okay. So it was Pharrell Williams and not Will Ferrell.
That's my bad. Oops. They're basically the same people. Like, I don't know what you want.
Pharrell Williams, like, okay, yeah.
Will Ferrell is like the dude who plays Elf, I think. He's the actor.
Yeah, the redhead guy. But he was in the first Lego movie.
Was he?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pharrell Williams is making a movie about himself. That movie looks good.
Pharrell Williams and Will Ferrell.
They're basically the same thing.
That's so funny.
One just has Eams after the Will, you know, and
yeah.
it's backwards. That's not my fault, bro.
That's just really funny.
It's the same person. Dude, it's like Barack Obama. Like, what's his last name?
Barack Obama's last name?
Yeah. I heard that it was Thanks.
Thanks? Barack Obama thanks?
No, like, you know, like, at the beginning of, like, letters, you know,
oh, thanks, Obama?
Yeah, it's like, it says, like, thanks, Barack Obama. But when in that context, right, their last name is written before, you know, because it's, like, formal, right? So the last name is at the front, and then their first name, middle name, and then the last name is at the end. So when it says thanks, Barack Obama, you know, it's like saying his full name is Barack Obama, thanks.
Yeah. Sure.
We finally figured it out. It's kind of crazy, huh?
Kind of wild. All right, so back to you being in high school. So you're taking a couple classes. Are you on the semester system or the quarter system?
We have 4 quarters and 2 semesters. It's like a mix.
So do you switch classes mid-semester?
No. There's certain classes that you can take that will switch classes. Like, it's like there's certain classes that are half a semester long. And so you would take that class and you'd have it for half the semester, and then you'd have another half semester class the second semester.
Yeah.
But there's very few like that. Most of them are just throughout the whole year.
Okay.
I got 6 classes, 2 of which are like cool, you know, they're like normal classes. Or like, no, not normal, like the opposite of normal. They're like, yeah, they're interesting. I got 2 shop classes. I got an auto class, which is like automobiles, you know, like car stuff.
Yeah.
And I started learning how to weld already, which was cool.
Oh shoot.
And I'm getting to learn how to do a bunch of like tools and stuff.
Yeah.
But with the welding, I'm about to start like aging like crazy fast, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like 35 years old when I'm 20 years old.
Is there something that actually makes you age faster when you weld? Because I feel like that's so true.
I have no idea, but welders always look like old.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw the teacher, he looked like 65 to us, but he's like 20.
Really?
No, I'm pretty sure he is like 50 something. But he looks like a good like 68. You know, like he looks like older.
Yeah. Is it like a welding class, or is that in the auto class?
What? It's in the auto. He was saying that it should be called auto and welding, but the school wouldn't put it up. You know, so it's just called auto. But you know, we get to make like some cool things. Like he has a plasma cutter in the class. You know, and so we can like plasma cut things and we can weld stuff together. I think we're gonna make a trailer out of like an old car part, like the outside of a car. You know?
That sounds cool. We're
gonna make a trailer with it. But yeah, recently we've just been learning how to use machines so that we can actually like do stuff. But what's cooler than even that is I got a construction class. Well, instead of learning like normal construction stuff, it's more of like a wood shop class, which is like awesome. So instead of learning how to like math and building construction stuff, all that stuff that's not fun, we get to learn how to like deal with wood and learn all the wood cutting machines, right? And so there's like the table saw, there's the joiner, there's the planer, there's I think it's called the miter saw. There's like all these different saws that we use. And right now we're starting to learn how to make cutting boards, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, and it's not just like a normal flat wooden cutting board, you know? That's like polished. But what you do, you take like wood, and you take like wood, and you take wood and wood and wood, and you can do all different colors with different patterns. Yeah. You stick them next to each other, right? And then so you'll have all these different and
you like clamp them with the glue.
You'll glue them all together, right? And so there's these, like when it's flat, there's all these different like lines of wood. But what you'll do, you'll take like this like big block of wood, right? And you'll cut like off the end, and you're gonna flip it up. So what was previously like the end of the wood plank, so if you were to set the wood like long ways, the end is now facing up. So you're gonna have all these little like squares of different colors and stuff.
That's cool.
And it's really durable, and it also looks like awesome. When you have different colors of wood and stuff. He was teaching us how to do that. And we're gonna get to do stuff with like epoxy and like resin stuff.
And like put a finish on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really cool.
I'm
very excited for that class, and we'll get to keep that updated in here. We just started picking wood, and I've been running it through the joiner to get the edges clean and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's so fun. I wish my school had one of those.
Yeah, that's one of the good things about public schools. They have literally everything.
Yeah.
There's even like a golf thing at our school. Did you have golf at yours?
There's like a golf team, but not like a golf. Dude, at San Ramon, the San Ramon Valley High School, they have a bowling class instead of PE. So like you can take bowling instead of PE.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and we
have weight training.
Yeah, that's cool.
Do you have a weight room?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a pretty nice, or you had a pretty nice public school. I mean, private school.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But at San Ramon, it's like they have a bowling alley like right next to the school. Like it's just like a normal bowling alley that people usually like pay to get in and play and stuff. But they just have like someone like a coach there, and they just do their bowling.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
It's like LeBron. That's probably where LeBron went. So that's why he's so good at bowling. He's like, LeBron's atrocious, bro. Who's the GOAT of basketball?
Who is the GOAT?
Of basketball, yeah. Like all time. There's two people.
Okay. This is similar to like saying Hendricks is the GOAT. Because he's obviously not like the best technical player.
Who?
Hendricks. Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
He's probably not like the best like in terms of like technicality and like everything. The best like to today's standards. But like back then he was the only person doing what he did, you know? So he was like the best of the best like to those standards. So I think it's the same thing with like basketball and like Michael Jordan. I think Michael Jordan was like extremely good for his time, and then as like time progressed and like people were like influenced by his playing style,
people learned actual basketball.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Like I was saying, if Michael Jordan learned basketball at this time, he would play so differently than if he was to learn it at the time that he did, right?
Yeah,
he had that playing style because nothing was developed, right? So if he got brought in with that skill level, he probably would get kind of cooked. He'd be like a mid-level NBA player.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if he was in this time, right, he didn't have, like, he wasn't from back then, like he got moved to the future. But if he learned basketball in this time, he would be, like, way better than everybody still.
Yeah.
Just because he was just so naturally talented and, like, athletic compared to everyone else. He was, like, the first to do everything.
Yeah.
Basically created the game of basketball. He brought the hype behind it. He got, like, all the championships. Nobody was contesting him. And he had, like, some big people back then. Like, he was playing with, like, Shaq and, like, Magic Johnson and some, like, pretty big people, you know, and they were, like, good, you know. But he was still just, like, by far the best out of, like, all the players there.
And also he was the first to have, like, his shoe, right?
The what?
His own shoe. Is that true?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
But his shoes are tough.
His shoes are tough.
Got the biggest shoe brand out of everybody. The only other answer I'd accept is Kobe. And I would say Kobe could be the GOAT just because of, like, how hard he worked.
Yeah.
He put in way more effort than anybody else, and he was tough.
Yeah.
He was so cold, and he was just, like, the way he played was just, like, man, that guy is so cool.
Yeah.
You know, not to glaze. Yeah, not to glaze or anything, but he was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
It's good. Just a little bit of water that jumped out. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Music. Yeah. Do you like music, Jacob?
I do like music. I do music. That's probably
You do
the main
music?
descriptor of me.
Oh yeah. Music's like your life, right?
Sure.
Yeah. That's you.
Yeah. What
instruments do you play, Jacob?
I play guitar, drums, and bass, which we already know this about each other. We're talking about this for you guys right now.
Yeah, because we love you. The GodCasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So guitar, drums, bass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you play.
I could play the drums and the bass guitar, and I could play a decent amount of piano. You know, I've been developing that recently. I refuse to learn guitar because of bar chords. If you guys had to learn them from the start, you'll understand why I don't want to learn the guitar, because I'd have to sit down and practice that for a pretty long while, and it's just not fun. My pinky doesn't work like that. Like, you're supposed to press on it like with your pointer finger, make the bar, and then you're supposed to reach your pinky like across like the whole fretboard. I'm like, it just doesn't work. I don't like the guitar.
Yeah.
My dad's really good at it, though.
His dad is very good at guitar.
He recently got like a 97-year-old guitar.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
He found like it was like a deal. It was from France, right?
Like an acoustic, probably?
Yeah, it was an acoustic. And it was in France, and somebody had a bid on it, right? And he found it, and it was in like pretty good condition, right? Like 97 years old. It's like really old for a guitar. That's like good condition, good enough condition. And it was only at like 12,000, right? That sounds like a lot of money. It's like a whole car, right? But somebody bid on it, right? But then they had to pay like a $600 fee to get it from France, you know, and like import it. And so they canceled their bid, and my dad was like the next highest bid. And so my dad got like defaulted the guitar, and he was like, heck yeah, I'll pay that. And so now he has like a $25,000 to $30,000 guitar.
That's sick.
97 years old that he only paid like $12,000 for.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
old guitars are cool.
He spent a car to get like two cars is like how I like to compare. I think it's impressive that he like has all the knowledge on it, because he makes guitar flips like very often, and it's impressive to me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. He's been listening to this dude named Bob Dylan a lot. You know Bob Dylan?
Yeah, I know Bob Dylan.
Yeah. What made me think of that was like folk music, you know? I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate normal folk.
You hate folk music?
Normal folk music.
That's a hot take right now.
Really?
Everybody likes folk music, and like country folk and indie folk. And
it might just be because of like, I like subtypes of folk. I hate country. All types of country I hate.
I don't like country very much.
I think most alternative types of music is pretty good. I'd say like alternative rock's good, alternative folk's pretty decent. I think you have some experience with that, huh, Jacob?
Guys, Robert is begging me to plug.
Yeah, we got multiple plugs that we'll do. Just wait though. Just wait. Yeah. But Bob Dylan, his voice is disgusting, and I hate it so bad. But he was influenced by my dad said Hank Williams, and that he influenced like five really big like people. You know, like he influenced the Beatles. You know. Yeah. And they made a lot of their music out of the influence of his music, and I think his music's trash, but the Beatles are good. You know. Yeah. So I don't know what to think about him, because he's horrible, but then the product of him is like good, you know. His voice is bad, but he admitted to this that he doesn't know how to sing. Yeah, he didn't know how to sing. He was just in key. I was listening to it, like if you had like a good voice over those songs, I think they would sound great. But they sound horrible because of his voice, like horrible. Yeah. Is he? Do you know if he's alive or is he dead? I think he's dead, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he probably would be if he was before the Beatles, and two of the Beatles are dead and the others are like old. Well, weren't one of the Beatles was assassinated? The other one died from cancer, I think. Yeah. I don't know if he was assassinated, but they're both old now. They're like 70 or 75, something like that. I think John Lennon was. Let me look it up. Vladimir Lenin. I wonder if John Lennon is like related to Vladimir Lenin. No. Is that his name? There's a Lenin from like the Russian like Empire. Back during like World War II and like before it, somebody named Lenin. He was assassinated. Vladimir. He was? Yeah. All the cool people get assassinated. It's rough. Yeah. Like JFK. Yeah, and like Abraham Lincoln got shot. Martin Luther King Jr., John Lennon. It's just rough. What makes something an assassination though? Normally if they're famous, right? Like, if you're famous and somebody kills you because you're, like, famous. Is that it? That sounds right. That's what I always thought they were. I've never, like, searched up, like, a definition, though. Let's see what Google has to say. What is an assassination? Assassination is the murder of a prominent person or political figure by surprise attack, usually for payment or political reasons. Yeah, so it's a prominent figure being killed. for just no good reasons.
Yeah.
It's atrocious. All right, now it's time for the shameless plug.
The shameful plug.
Shameful.
I don't want to do this, but I do have music out. It's a triple single that just released under my name, Jacob Lariza, on Spotify.
It's pretty tough. You guys should check it out. The GodCasters.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get used to saying that. GodCasters.
What was the other plug?
Huh?
Was there another plug that you wanted to do?
Yeah.
What is it?
That you guys should subscribe and
shoot,
and all the stuff like that, because that's cool and stuff.
And we need to get the framing right. It's like
hold up.
Right there, I think. Just if you just scroll down.
Oh yeah, right here. There's a big red button on YouTube.
Boom.
Other places it might be somewhere else. I have no idea. But you guys should definitely follow us, because this could be tough. We're gonna get some hot takes on here. We're gonna get some cool people on here. Might even get some
hot takes, some hot people.
What? I'm pretty sure we're gonna get mostly men on here. Do you think men are hot?
Did I stutter? No.
I hope so. All right, enough of that. Thank you for liking and subscribing. If you didn't, I hope that you change your mind sometime soon. Yeah.
What's next?
Testimony time.
Testimonies. Who do you want to go first?
Today is not Tuesday. I was going to say Testimony Tuesday, but today is not Tuesday. It might be for you. I don't know.
Testimony Tuesday for the people who's watching this on Tuesday.
Yep. All right. You can go first.
All right. So, I grew up in a Christian household.
Wait, should we clarify first?
What?
We like Jesus. That's why we're the GodCasters. We're non-denominational, right? We believe in the Bible. That's God's
which basically word. For us means Baptist in America.
It leans a little bit more Baptist, but we basically just follow the Bible, right? Baptist is very emotionless a lot of the time, and there's things about that just feel kind of too strict,
Yeah.
And I think that we can love God in an emotional way, and we can have fun, doing it. But there's definitely things that you have to watch out for, and not exaggerating things, being honest, all those things. But yeah, the Bible is God's word, right? It's the truth. It's real. Yeah. And that's our background. We like Jesus.
Should we say what church we're recording this in right now?
Sure.
We're at Graceway Church in Benicia.
Europe, Benicia, California.
He goes here. I don't.
This is the church. Europe. Every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. More shameless plugs. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday after school. If you go to Benicia High School.
Or any high school.
Yeah, or any high school. Yeah. We're open after school until 5 p.m. And we got this cool youth room that we're in. There's a bunch of stuff behind you.
Yeah, you guys don't see. There's a drum set. There's ping pong. There's basketball, piano.
Yeah, and then
the PS5. There's a PS5.
And there's a Nintendo Switch over here.
And
there's
TVs
a bunch of really cool things, and you guys
tables.
should definitely come hang out. And it'd be tough.
Yeah.
There's a snack bar. Snacks are yummy.
Bathrooms.
I would hope there would be bathrooms. That's
an ottoman. There's a couch ottoman right there.
There's also a floor and a ceiling. And
shuffleboard.
There's
shuffleboard is bougie.
Gucci?
Bougie.
Oh yeah. It's called Barrington. Dude, look at the crown on it. If you guys want to see what we're talking about, make sure you guys slide here.
Yeah, just pull up.
Yeah. All right, let's move on with it.
All right. Testimonies. Okay.
Yep.
So I grew up in a Christian church and Christian household. And I thought I got saved at a little summer camp thing. It wasn't a stay away camp. It was a summer day camp thing for just little kids.
Is it summer night camp?
Yeah. But it was during the day.
Yeah.
So I thought I got saved when I was 5 at that. And then I was just kind of lukewarm until freshman year of high school, which is when I started going to my high school. And I took a Bible class because that's required each year. And we were reading through John, and we were reading through John 9:3. We did a chapter a week. We were just reading through John 9, and I read John 9:3. And then it said, it's Jesus talking to the disciples about the blind man, and the disciples are like, why is this guy blind? Is it because he sinned, or was it his parents' sin? Like, why is this guy blind? And Jesus said, it's not sin that caused this, but so that the works of the Lord could be shown through him. And I was going through kind of a hard time right now, or not right now, during the time that I was reading, so that just really encouraged me that I could use all of the stuff that I was going through to glorify God. And so I gave my life to Christ right there. Basically, that's when I started really trusting in Christ, that he had a plan for my life. And then so I sort of, some people call it rededication, some people don't like to say the word rededication. I just say rededication because that's like kind of how I think of it. And yeah,
mine's very similar. I also grew up in a Christian household, but I basically copied my parents' religion for like years and years. I did the same thing as every other little kid who grew up at church, right? We all prayed the sinner's prayer, when we were little kids, right? And we said, like, I believe in God, And I did believe in God, right? I believed he existed, but I didn't know why, like why I had no idea why God existed. Somebody asked me, why does God exist, or why do you think he does? I had no reason, just because because teacher said he did. That was my reason, right? But as I was growing up, right, I just kind of stopped caring about church, right? I still went every week because of my parents, but I was the same as all the kids at the public schools that I went to, right? I had friends who were just random people, they weren't encouraging me in any good way. And if I kept, living like that, I probably would have gone down some bad paths, but thankfully in my 8th grade year, I started questioning stuff. And I realized it just wasn't about believing in God, because the whole time I did believe in God, but I didn't know why I believed in God, right? And I hadn't repented of anything, right? Those are the two things you need, faith and repentance. They work together. And that's how we're saved. And so I didn't even really have real faith yet. So I looked into it, right? I studied apologetics for a little bit. I read books. I tried to understand what's what is real, what's not real, what's true, what's not true. And with my mind and my rationality, I came to the conclusion that a creator makes the most sense. And then the only creator or the only religion that talks about itself is hold on, let me rephrase that. So all other religions basically credit to Jesus something, right? They credit the Bible some stuff, they credit to Jesus things. Everyone says he was a prophet, but then there's this too, or Jesus is right, but also this, all these different things. Those are what all the other religions say. But Jesus himself, he says it's me, right? So if all these other religions are saying, it's Jesus, it's that guy, but then it's also this, and then Jesus says it's just me, everyone agrees that it's Jesus, and he only says it's himself. So that basically narrowed it down. And there's so much evidence that, and so much what's it called, dating and all these things that it's the most accurate historical testimony, even compared to the Roman Empire that people don't believe. That was recorded hundreds and hundreds of years after the Roman Empire existed, about it back then. But this was all recorded during the time that Jesus was alive. These people were all there with them. They saw him. They were living with them. So it's all just way more credible than anything else that I've seen. And so with all that, I decided to, actually give my life to Christ, knowing that I had that faith in who he was and I believed in him, right? And then I just needed to repent of my sins, give my life to him. And that's when I got saved, Been living for him and learning about him, working for him ever since then. And that's
cool.
that. Yerp.
Dope.
Yeah. Jesus is a cool guy.
He is pretty sick.
Yeah. If you repent and have faith, boom, Those are the two things.
If you repent and have faith.
Don't do that. All right. If you guys got this far, thank you for getting to the end of the video. You have any last words?
Are you going to kill me?
I wasn't planning on it.
Where is it?
Hold up. Watch this.
Ow! Oh, wait. Do the boiling oil? Oh, wait. No, it's not going through that mic, though.
Let us cook. Here you go.
Boiling oil? Here.
If you know, you know. And that's that. I'll catch y'all in the next one.
Bye, guys.